What's going on, everybody out there in the Gauche? How you doing? Don't mind me. I am your host, Zaiden. I'm a little tired today because I've been prepping for Sir Hurricane Ian. As you may know, has been wreaking a little havoc in the Gulf and is about to hit Florida. This thing is almost Cat 5 at 156 miles per hour was the highest register wind speed on this hurricane. 157 is what you need to get a Cat 5. 1 mile per hour difference. So it's really not going to make a difference because this thing is so massive. But we're going to talk about that today. Today we're going to just kind of, throw out some safety things we could talk about with the hurricane in case you get caught into this mess. Also, just don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and not to mention notification bell for, if you want to be alerted on the latest content that comes out to you. Liking the video obviously will help the algorithms. Subscribing will build this channel's growth. So please take a moment and hit those buttons. I definitely appreciate it. Also, we have the link tree available, which contains our donation links through Cash App as well as PayPal. We're definitely in need to help kind of get some costs covered. So obviously anything you do would be greatly appreciated. We love you guys no matter what you do. So if you don't feel obligated, just as be out of the kindness of your heart if you do donate. So appreciate it. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our intro, and then we're going to meet you guys on the other side for some special announcements. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Gauche. It's been a crazy week, crazy weekend, crazy week. Hurricane Ian kicking our ass. Sorry about the language, but I'm going to go ahead and put up some warnings right now while I got a chance. So there may be some speculation as to what we'll be talking about, because obviously predicting hurricane stuff is not always going to be accurate. We can't really tell you specific. We're not God. Let's put it that way. The other thing too is there may be some language that may be said on here. If you feel triggered, whatever, just a heads up. But with that said, we have our wonderful guest. As you can see, my wonderful wife, Gina. Say hello, Gina. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so my name ain't Zaiden Storm for nothing, I guess. But there's a rumor going around that there's a certain Nerd Report person trying to raid us. I don't know what this means exactly. Who could that possibly be? I don't know. What? We've got Jules? We've got Jules in the house, everybody. Give us some hearts for Jules in the chat. Give us some hearts, man. Welcome, Jules, to wonderful special guest. Give it up. We're going to ride out the storm. Literally with us. Give us those hearts, guys. Welcome, Jules, to the Lunch Rush, which will probably turn into Dinner Rush, depending on how this goes. Who knows? Yeah. All right. That went fantastic. Yes. And I'm going to throw a little message out to Lewis, because I know he's out there probably watching. Don't worry, I'm not stealing your co-host. We're just making her safe.
Nobody could steal me. Nobody could steal me from Lewis. I'm his forever.
Awesome. But so yes, welcome Jules to our chat, our live stream. As you can tell, Hurricane Ian's been quite an event for this week, especially today, because it's predicted to hit landfall sometime later this afternoon and early evening. Oh, how about now?
I said, now I'm hearing me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jewel, yep, sorry. Looks okay, like for some reason your cable was slightly loose when I was moving stuff around. Sorry about that.
You're bad. You're
I
fired.
know, right? All right, so this stream's over, guys.
Grand entrance.
I'm fired.
They missed half of what you said.
No, I'm kidding. What did Brandon say?
What did Brandon say?
Oh, I don't know. You said something.
No, I said our grand entrance, and they missed half of what we said when...
It's funny you said that, because I'm looking at Brandon, as you said, grand entrance in his text. So I'll just say a quick shout out. I'm already in chat here looking at you guys. So Brandon, hello. Welcome aboard, sir. We have Shelly in the house. Got AJ all the way from India. It's got to be late for where you're at, I think. So Shelly, AJ, Yvonne, we see you out there. Karen, thank you for joining us. Marikay, Jen, welcome. Jen, Rick, Cassie, Rick, got you in here, and we got Craft Analytical.
Yeah,
that's it. That's my friend Andy from the UK.
Oh, hey, all right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's fantastic to see you guys here. So we're just kind of. Why do I have Midnight Madness on here? I don't know why. I guess I've been working all night long, so it's all good.
Yeah, it has been
it's
that
all
way.
good.
Yeah, we were at it all day yesterday, pretty much. He was boarding up the windows just to take the extra precaution, but thank God he is guarding this home.
Amen to that. We got this house all boarded up. All windows are boarded up except for I think one. But for us, it looks like that the hurricane is not going to hit us directly. I'll go ahead and show you a quick snippet of what's going on out there. I'll switch screens real quick. So you're looking at a graphical animation of the hurricane right now, which looks like it's going to be hitting landfall just south of Sarasota area. More so the Fort Myers area. So Fort Myers, and of course, Julie's saying that's around my neck of the woods.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is, and we're going to take a direct hit. I'm a mile from Charlotte Harbor. They're predicting 14 to 15 foot surge, and Julie is not a happy camper.
Yeah, this is definitely not a happy storm. We'll say that.
No. Not for.
No. So it has it right now charted to pretty much cross the North Port area. And it's supposed to take a trend over to the east. We are located, I'll give you guys kind of a hint. I don't know if you can see the track line here, but here's the track line. On the right side of Lakeland area in Tampa. We're actually, I don't know if you can, I'm going to zoom right into it. Why not? We're kind of in this area. If you can see my mouse pointer doing its thing. Woo! Of Tampa. So now I'm going to zoom out. So you can see the track is over to the east. So we're going to get the loop around effect, which is on the left and northeast side of the storm. So, as you can see, once this thing takes a right turn, we'll see an empty Tampa Bay. Because the Bay of Tampa is just going to straight up empty right on out into the Gulf.
Which is cool. They're already showing some of the water retracting out of the bays.
If anybody's familiar with St. John's Pass, that whole Bay area in there is empty.
Oh, they even showed downtown and over by our Amberworks or whatever. And the city walk path, that's already going down over by the university and stuff. So they said they found like skateboards and other miscellaneous things.
Maybe some beads from a certain Gasparilla event that takes place every year.
That's what I said. Best time to clean up all those beads. And people are bringing their canoes out already.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of the effects have already been started. That is correct. They're saying that the effects in our Tampa region will start feeling in probably a couple of hours. The gusts that come into play, and of course the storms that get developed on the north and east side of this hurricane, which can prompt for localized tornadoes. There is a channel. I'm not going to bash on other references. Actually, I'm going to kind of quick mention. There's one called I think Ryan Hall Y'all. My brother was the one that introduced me to this, but that channel, he strictly covers nothing but severe weather, and he's got all these different 3D models and prediction. He actually predicted that this thing would be close to a Category 5 hurricane before anybody else had thought about it being past a hurricane Category 3. So this guy, Ryan Hall, predicted it to be close to Cat 5, not to mention the Euro models. The Euro models had this thing pretty much spot on almost the whole way, which is kind of mind-blowing to see the technology and the differences of opinion with technology versus the GFS or whatever our version was, which was completely off. But nonetheless, I mean, this thing is a pretty heavy-duty hurricane. It's, you know, it doesn't matter which way this thing goes at this point. We're going to get a lot of rain. We're going to get a lot of wind. Minimum of 60 miles per hour sustained in many areas. Pretty much where this red is that you see on this graphic is 60 plus mile an hour gusts at minimum.
And I'd like to add to that, I've got word from Port Charlotte, Northport area, emergency services has been officially canceled as of 11 o'clock this morning. So anybody that did not leave Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, and Northport are pretty much SOL. There's 900 people in the shelters in Port Charlotte. They are filled to capacity. And now we have to wait and see what happens down there. But emergency services, no. So if you stayed like I wanted to, if you need help, you're not going to get help until after the storm is over. It's done.
So there's another thing I want to point out here. There's a water, the Gasparilla Sound, Charlotte Harbor. This hurricane is coming right through that area, and what's going to happen is that surge that we were talking about, right? On the right side of this hurricane, it's going to push all this water into that basin. So there's going to be some pretty significant flooding in the Port Charlotte area, Lake Susie, Northport area, the Cleveland, and the Punta Gorda areas. That's probably one of the main reasons why they're evacuating that area, because there won't be any possibility to do any evacuations, at least on the ground. When you have you have surges going as high as what did they say, 12 to 16 feet? But it's 12 to 16 feet of surge. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So obviously, if anybody here or anybody that's online watching this stream that's from anywhere in this area, it would probably be wise to head out now. It would be prudent, I would say, exit out probably east as quickly as you can. I mean, safely as you can, but, you know, haste. going north is just going to put you ahead of the storm anyway. So you want to, if you can find shelter, either go east somewhere, maybe LaBelle region, or further east. Because at this point, even Okeechobee is a safer area at this point. There's still flooding, but it ain't going to be nothing like the surges that this area is going to be experiencing here in Port Charlotte. So, FYI. All right. Current track, of course, is showing us right now that this is almost a Category 5 hurricane. Again, 156 miles per hour winds has been registered with this so far. So I, of course, don't have the updated information at the moment. But this was as of when I just started this feed, it was 156 miles an hour. So, little FYI there. Other than that, let's take a look at chat real quick. See how you guys are doing. Anybody in chat from Tampa or Port Charlotte region or in Florida at all? Let's take a look out there. What do we have
out there?
Yeah, this is about a 25-second delay from stream to YouTube, so give you guys a moment to answer that while I pull out some safety tips.
It's interesting. Similarities to the other storm. This was like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. I forget which storm. When it was supposed to be coming here and it hit Orlando instead. Yeah, everybody evacuated to Orlando and got stuck there. Similarities that are going on with this one, too. A lot of people evacuated to where it's affecting right now.
That was Hurricane Charlie, Gina, and it's taking the same path. This Ian's taking the same path that Charlie took. The only difference between Charlie and Ian is that Ian is way bigger than Charlie was.
That's a good point you bring up, Jules. The size. Now, if anybody remembers Irma, right? Irma was a big hurricane. This is bigger. This is the biggest hurricane on record for at least 100 years, they said. It was back in 1920 something, 21 or 22, when they had a registered hurricane this massive and this destructive. So you can put that into the back of your head there as a history point reference here. But as you can see, obviously this this is something like you wake up and you look at, did I just dream this, or is this for real? Who would have thought we would be having a hurricane like this, this strong, this big, destructive, and hasn't been registered something this big for 100 years. I mean, this is a pretty big deal. But now I'm going to transition a little bit into some of the safety tips. For some of those out there that in case do get caught up in this and they are in a surge and flooding situation where they can't escape, one of the tips that were told to us was make sure you have something reflective to wear, number one. Number two, this is a reflective vest that I have, so it doesn't have to be this specific one, but as long as it's reflective, right? As long as you got something reflective that looks like an emergency-based material, orange, if you have an orange shirt or a green shirt, something along that line. Because they're bright colors. The brighter they are, the better, so you can be seen. That's the whole point.
The yellow one I just recently washed.
Yeah. Let me tell you,
I don't have anything yellow. Sorry, I have nothing yellow. I don't have anything orange either. Actually, I don't even have any clothes. They're all in Port Charlotte.
Jules, you're wearing clothes.
I'm wearing my daughter-in-law's clothes.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, but we'll lend you our colorful attire if you need something.
Borrow some stuff.
Got you covered.
Okay. That's what friends are for.
That's right. And the other thing too is they said you can put. It's also beneficial if you have like a white towel. and a black marker for SOS if you want to write SOS on your towel and lay it on your rooftop if you have access to your roof.
If we would have had time, I still wanted to put like on the boards, like, I don't know, thank God, some type of scripture, something would have been painted on the boards that boarded up the windows. I thought that would have been cool. But of course, we didn't have time.
Oh, like a little message on the boarded up windows. Yeah, we still have time.
We got
some
time.
reflective paint.
It's not raining hard here yet, so let's do it.
Oh, paint, yeah. Like
You'll have to get on your phone and get the zoom on that, and then
yeah,
and then show us your art skills.
No, Gina's going to be showing her art skills.
Kindergarten painting.
I'm just going to participate.
I'm kind of curious about that.
I'll use chalk because then the artwork can just be flushed away. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. See, I'm going to participate with the artwork just like I would participate with singing. Julie's tone deaf too.
Oh my gosh.
Carry on.
Jules is rocking us like a hurricane. Okay.
I bet you're sorry you invited me to live stream with you today.
Oh no, we love having you here.
We weren't planning this in the first place, so whatever. We're gonna roll with it.
So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. That's right.
But nobody knew that this was a plan in the works for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Only Ian had to play a part in this now.
And it happened anyways.
We can thank Ian for that, I guess, right?
I guess so.
Something good came out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So that leads us to our next funny moment that my wonderful wife gave me. A good Johnny Depp joke. Meme. Florida versus hurricanes. Category 1 or 2. He's like, whatever. I'm chill. But I got my attention. Category 3. Huh? Category 4. Is this crazy running away?
Oh, there it goes.
You guys ain't gonna see it just yet. Let me share a screen. Let me see if I can do that with you guys here in Zoom. There's Max.
You know I'm impatient.
Come on, Max.
Zinger? We're waiting on a zinger?
So to speak.
Yeah, the Johnny Depp meme. Florida versus hurricanes.
There we go. I'm gonna share it for you guys. What's up, Max?
Oh my.
Isn't that fitting?
Oh, I love it. As upset as I am about Ian, this actually put a smile on my face.
Yep.
I love it.
I saw someone post that. I'm like, oh, this would be fitting. This is all us.
I can't even do his voice.
Hi, Mac.
I can just picture him doing that voice. That's funny. What's up, Max?
Yeah, I could too.
Good to see you. Can you hear us? It looks like you might be muted.
Hold on.
There. Now we're hearing you.
We're holding. Okay.
Yeah, we're holding Max because Ian's actually holding us hostage right now.
So to speak, yeah. I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Max, you're muted again.
Max. Can you see what I did? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. She's about to toss them headphones.
All right.
With your marvelous Marvel shirt.
Yes.
On.
I'm supporting the new Deadpool.
Yes. Oh my God, I almost forgot about that. Oh, how could I forgot that in the midst of Hurricane Ian?
I mean, you guys have more important things to do. I mean, you are dealing with, hurricane. So.
It might be a slight nuisance, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, my shirt matches your coffee mug. That's pretty awesome.
Cheers, Max. Cheers.
So,
yes, it is just coffee.
yeah, I
people.
saw that the hurricane was like hitting south of you guys, but you guys are still in the bands, right?
Yeah, we're still going to get the 60 mile an hour wind plus the a lot of the rain that comes with it. But the good news is it's all mostly going to drain into the Tampa Bay's basin, where it's all getting sucked out anyway. Now the question is how quickly the bay is going to fill back up. They're saying it's going to be just kind of like Irma because of the direction it's going. It's going to slowly come back in. But if it were to take a sharp left and just go kind of along the coastline on the inside, that means the winds would shift back into the bay almost instantly, which would cause a tsunami. Which at this point they're saying it's like less than 1% chance that that's going to happen, but they wanted to at least mention that.
Which ones do you remember? Which ones have you been in Florida?
Yeah, you've been a native
Well,
for a while.
when I first moved to Florida, it was Charlie. He's the one that came across the Atlantic side and across. So by the time he hit Tampa, it was mostly just winds. I mean, it wasn't really too scary at all.
Yeah.
Then there was Irene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Irene. I mean, honestly, all the hurricanes that kind of came in that area, they were all kind of just chill. I mean, it was windy. I like storms, so it didn't really affect, I wasn't like scared. But yeah, Katrina was like the big one, but that one obviously, skipped us altogether because I'm pretty sure it was supposed to head towards us, but instead of turning, it just went straight.
Yeah.
And then the big one that you guys had was when I actually left Florida. It came like maybe a month after I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the West Coast. And then you guys had,
That's when we went up to Georgia, right?
You couldn't get
Was that Irma?
from the
I
hurricane.
think it was Irma.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Irma.
We went up to Georgia for that one?
No, I that's when
No,
I
I'm
moved
saying-
to the West Coast.
Yeah, but Zaiden and I
Oh, you did. Okay.
I think we did. We boarded up, and again, thank God, the house was protected. We came back. Everything was good. And even, we were one of the areas that didn't even lose power, go figure. Because the
Yeah, that
neighbors
was
had told
interesting.
us
Yeah.
power
We got
didn't go
lucky
out,
there.
even with the surges and stuff. So this one we're holding out, and again, staying secure.
And I wasn't even sure if you guys were going on today because I thought you guys were going
We
to
weren't
be
either.
like going up north, and I was like, oh well, I'll just relax today. And all of a sudden, I got my notification. I'm like, what?
Right. If there's a category 1 through 5, an amount of soreness that I'm in right now for lifting 50 to 100 pounds worth of stuff for the last 5 days, I'm going to cat 4.5.
Believe me, Max, it was a surprise to all of us. It
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you guys will be safe. I hope
The power did flicker
Yeah.
once so far earlier.
It
Yeah.
did?
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah, it was, but it was just a real quick flicker. So I don't know if they were even just like testing things, because some of the areas, didn't they say that they were going to purposely shut down power in certain areas?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Zaiden.
find out because my mom's down there. She's hunkering down in her place, so
Where's that, Max?
she's in Lutz.
Livingston.
Oh,
Yeah, she's right
oh, really?
by
She's right by the
your
University of South Florida. So yeah.
All right, that's
too
where
far.
my son is, and that's who I'm staying with.
To give you an idea,
the
Max,
building.
her son lives probably about 10 minutes from your mom. If
Okay.
that.
No, they're like, yeah, walking distance.
Yeah, depending on traffic.
Depending on traffic. Yeah, that's a
Florida
Zaiden
traffic.
Yeah, the Florida traffic is mild compared to the mess I'm in up here.
Oh, I'm sure. Seattle area.
Yeah, with all that background noise. Sorry.
I have a friend who's in Seattle right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
I wonder
That's
what friend that is.
Yeah, my friend, the truck driver.
Notice how happy she is. Look at Julie's happy face.
Stop it. Anyway,
We won't comment
Whatever.
too much on that.
no, let's move right along. Thank you very much.
Is this the first time I'm seeing Jules turn red? She's a little
it.
blushy. I thought I was the blushiest of them all.
You are.
I don't know.
I
My
kinda
face
am.
is pretty red on this camera.
No.
So.
Nobody gets redder than Zaiden Storm does, especially when he's talking about Gina.
Oh, way to flip it back on me. Well,
It's true.
put on my sunglasses.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, I admit. She is my Wonder Woman of a wife, so I'll have to admit it.
And my heroic
That's right,
hubby.
and you're her Superman.
No, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
He's my heroic hubby. My Superman.
Yes.
He's a great friend too. Both of them are, Gina and Zaiden. They've been good to me for sure. As well as they know who they are out there.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Max.
Yes.
How you doing over there?
I'm fine.
Just people watching.
Yeah, and I was looking at the chat because like I covered it up for a second. I was like, oh, I can see what's going on. So I was just checking that out. But yeah, I'm only gonna get a little bit of rain today. It was overcast, so I said, oh, that's nothing compared to you guys. So I'll enjoy my little rain.
We
funny,
should
they
all
always
went
say,
to
like, it
Seattle
rained.
and visited Max.
What was that?
We all should have visited you,
I
Max.
said we all should have went to Seattle and stayed with you.
Yeah,
Evac to you.
Yeah.
the more the
I
merrier.
could have got a ride home in a truck.
That's
I'm just joking.
long
Moving
ride,
along, I
Julie.
am,
Yes, it is. I've done it
I
like
know.
3
That's the
times.
point, Zaiden. That's the whole point.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Okay, did you put like alerts up? You know, your warnings. You should have done that like
can't-
the minute I opened my mouth.
So I put a spoiler alert on.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna shut up now.
So yeah, spoiler alert, everybody. We might be forecasting what Jules is going to be doing on a truck ride. Oh my goodness.
Alrighty.
All
Yeah,
right.
truckers can have potty mouths. I mean, my mom was a trucker for multiple years, so she has a lot of stories and a lot of inappropriate jokes. So yeah.
My dad was the same way. He every time we ate at the dinner table, he would have these little funny, sometimes dirty jokes, and my mom would just get so crazy, like, "Why are you? They're children. We're eating dinner," and that made it even more funny. Me and my brother were just dying laughing almost every time we ate dinner, growing up, because my dad would keep telling these jokes.
That's awesome.
He called them carp jokes, is because there was a guy named Carp he used to work with. And he always brings in these dirty jokes, and then he would remember them, bring them home, and tell them to us. And it was just bad every day. So
That's awesome, though. I mean, it definitely was a bonding time, so you can't,
yeah, right.
something to reminisce about.
Why not throw a zinger in, huh?
Yeah.
You guys want a zinger? What did the tornado say to the sports car? Want to go for a spin?
Ha 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 ha.
Love it.
What does the cloud wear under his raincoat? What does the cloud wear under his raincoat?
What does the cloud wear?
Thunderwear.
Where are the crickets?
Bring the thunder.
That could have been like one of your wrestling moves.
Yeah.
Man. Max, you're onto something. Wonder if I can come out of retirement for one more match.
Underwear. I think so.
Let's see. Do
Yeah, that one got crickets.
What goes up when the rain comes down? What goes up when the rain comes down? Jules, you look like you're really
she's
focusing.
like she's really studying here. What's the calculation here?
When the rain comes.
Humor,
I don't know. This is going to be a zinger, though. I'm sure of it.
humidity, humor. I don't know.
An umbrella.
Ah.
My face is like so red.
So what did one lightning bolt say to the other lightning bolt?
What did they say?
Did one lightning bolt say
You're
to the
shocking.
other? Ah.
You don't want
Okay,
these
we're
are
shocked.
So, these are so easy,
The on air.
and yet you can't think of the answer. After he says the answer, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Fuck, he's not even
It's
on
like
here.
so obvious that it's again the sandpaper effect. Like, oh, I can't believe I didn't think about that.
It's like
But
those
it's so
Laffy Taffy
simple.
jokes.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
open up the wrapper and something
always
an
my
8-year-old, right?
When it only cost a penny.
Man, I wish it
Back
only
in the
cost a
day.
penny.
Yeah, right. Back in the day when they had candy for a penny.
I remember
Like
those
the
days.
40s. I mean, that was like back in the day. That was so
Oh, a few
long
people
ago.
got the umbrella right.
Well, that was in my day, Max. That was in my day.
Stop it. Penny candy.
It was. Are you kidding? The penny candy store. I used to get a nickel. And go to. You think I'm joking? I am in the jars, and the jars were labeled, and you could get liquor. Oh, here's.
You're so
this is-
passionate about it. I believe you.
I used to get 3 big pretzels for a nickel.
That's insane.
3 big pretzels for a nickel. Yeah, that's
Right?
how old I am. You didn't know that, did you, Max?
I sure did not. Thank you.
Yep.
She put me in my place.
I'm the old lady. Ask my granddaughter. She outed me on the internet last night.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, I
you
don't
guys
ask her. I believe you.
Yeah,
You remember-
guys were-
What on Nerd Report?
You remember Hills, right? The store Hills before it closed up shop.
I do.
Do you remember a store named Hills, Jules?
I do.
Yeah, 'cause you had
Those
them.
were the places we went to as kids to go get those 5-cent, 1-cent candy, little turn knobby things.
Yeah, I didn't get candy there. I had to like endure like 3 hours of shopping with my mom. Like, do we go home now? It's like, do we have to look at every single item? And yeah, it was like a fancier Kmart with
Yeah.
the blue light
Do you
special.
I think I
Sure.
remember that the toys were all the way back to the left, the kids department, and then
Oh,
layaway was
she
behind
does.
that.
We would want to go that way, and then they pull us this way. No, I want to go to the toys. I want to go to toys.
Right. It was never the toys. It was always by the clothes and then the fabric. Because my mom, she did a lot of sewing. Yeah.
Do you guys remember Woolworths?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was in the mall.
Mostly
That was in our
yeah.
malls.
Well,
They
not
were-
where I come from, Jersey, and no, they weren't in malls.
Ooh,
Big department store.
Jersey.
It was like, well, we didn't even have strip malls then. It was just
Kidding.
like
I'm
on the
kidding,
main
Jerseyans.
road, on the square. That's what we called it. It was on the square. But yeah, Woolworths.
Yeah.
Is it pretty high class up there in Jersey land?
No, Woolworths was really for the poor people. They were. If you wanted, if you had money, what's the name of the store they used to go? I don't remember. Bloomingdale's. That's what it was.
Oh, I remember
You
Bloomingdale's.
went to
Yeah.
Bloomingdale's. But if you didn't have money, you went to Woolworths to get your socks because like they were like 3 pairs for $1. I mean,
Right.
my mom bought all my underwear in Woolworths. That's where she shopped for those kind of things in Woolworths.
Most of mine, I think,
and
at
then
Kmart.
2 Guys came along. And then after 2 Guys came Kmart.
Two guys.
Models. Yeah, 2 Guys. Did you never heard of 2 Guys?
I don't know.
That one we didn't have.
2 men
2
at the
Guys
top.
is like a Kmart. 2 Guys is like a Kmart.
Oh. That's
Models
fancy.
was like a Kmart. Yeah.
Fancy.
What's the other one that's still good? The
There we
grocery
go.
store
I just hicked up for a minute.
up in Ohio. They don't have them on the East Coast, but they have them over on the West Coast. Oh my goodness, I can't think of it. Marks or something.
I've never heard
I
of
don't
Mark.
know. If it's not on the East Coast, Gina, I don't know.
He's not hearing me.
No, I mean,
ShopRite? ShopRite's on the East Coast, though.
I want to say it was Marks or something like that.
Pathmart?
No, those don't sound familiar.
not for
Oh,
me.
okay.
You gotta think.
What else? Tops. There was Tops. Wegmans.
Whiteman.
It'll come to you later, Zaiden.
I'm sure it'll hit me. Max, I know you're smiling at me. Do you?
The only thing I remember is there was Food Town, which is definitely not on the West Coast, that went under.
Food Town.
Because when we went up there, that's one of the places that we could find Ohio State stuff.
Myers was another one, by the way.
Myers, that's what I was thinking of. Myers, not
Yeah,
Marks.
they're
Myers.
they're still doing strong where they're at.
That's
so.
right.
Are they based out of like Detroit or Michigan or something?
Actually, I think they were. See, I got mixed signals on that. Someone told me from Kentucky and one, and then one from Ohio. I don't know, but they go as far south as Kentucky. But for some reason, they don't want to expand out of the Midwest region. I don't know why. It's like that's their stomping grounds, and they're proud of it. I loved Myers. I mean, it's like Ingalls of. I don't know if anybody's heard of Ingalls.
Yes, I have. Absolutely. Ingalls
they're
was
nice.
written in red.
Grocery store.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
kind of like that, but Myers is definitely very similar, and we always had they always had the gear you can get, and you can do like even a little bit of shopping, like clothing wise, and I always had whatever favorite sports team, even local. Like if you had a local school that you went to or your kid went to or something, they had all that there. Myers, I guess you could compare it like if you put Ingalls and Walmart together, you got Myers. There you go.
So Brandon says Ralph's and Albertsons. Speaking of Albertsons,
Oh yeah. There we
so
go.
yeah, when the Albertsons closed down over here, and it was Walmart that was looking into purchasing it,
Yep, Elizabeth Piggly Wiggly. I saw that. Sorry, go ahead.
and then where our home church is now, they were the ones that actually miraculously got put to the top of the list, and they were able to get the Albertsons property. And then the church that they were at, they turned it into a boys and girls club. A couple of football players and other funders turned that into something to help the youth. And yeah, now the Albertsons is currently the church. So
Wow.
It's
pretty
so funny
interesting.
because the pastor said that where his office is located was where the old liquor store was.
the corner of the building where the liquor was at
How convenient.
is now where his office and a couple of the pastor's offices are at
That's where one of my favorite sushi places is. It's behind there by the Gold
in that plaza.
Yeah, they had a couple good restaurants back there, right? So we did a restaurant stop back there. Me and Gina, I can't remember what,
Yeah, it was some type of
What was it
Italian place or
called?
something.
but it was good. It was delicious. I can remember.
They got a
that
Dollar Tree in the plaza too. Love Dollar
Oh,
Trees for
yeah.
arts and
Who
crafts.
doesn't? Okay,
It's just
Dollar
sad
Tree
that
is
Dollar Tree
$1.25.
isn't even a dollar anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Dollar Tree with an asterisk.
Nice.
How many? Chat. Okay, admit it, chat. How many of you are Dollar Tree fans? Give me one. Let's see it. Come on, Dollar Treers. I know you're out
I
there.
am.
I know. I mean,
I'm going out there. I'm going to Dollar Tree whenever I get to go back home because I'm going to buy a flute. I was told Dollar Trees sell
one myself.
flutes, and I want a flute.
A flute? Like, are we talking like Andy Signor flute recorder or an actual something else?
You know what?
Like a flute, yeah.
Like a flute. Oh, that way.
Ah.
A flute.
I remember in like elementary school or whatever. Yeah, they gave you the recorders to learn, and I actually left mine, and that's because that's when we moved. Like it was the end of elementary, middle school, and we moved up to Ohio. So Brandon, get my recorder in Houston. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah. Got them Dollar Tree
Okay.
oneers out there. Dollar Tree oneers. I see you.
Yeah, and
Bring
the
up-
great
bring up
thing
the ones.
about Dollar Tree is everything really is $1 in Dollar Tree. Now, if you go to Family Dollar or Dollar General or any of those other ones, you're not going to find anything for $1.
Yeah, but no, Dollar Tree
No.
had to go up to $1.25
Since when?
just like a month or two ago with the economy rising. Yeah, all
It was
the
like a month ago.
the inflation.
Yep.
They even
Well,
had
then you know
to.
what this girl's going to do? She's going to go in there and say, change the name.
Yeah.
$1.25 store.
Asterisk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should be $1
Really?
plus.
Dollar.
$1
There you go.
plus. There you go. I like that.
Dollar and some change.
A year from now, it'll be dollar premium.
Wow. That's really kind of disappointing to hear.
Yeah.
They already have the dollar premium. That is $1 shop.
So true.
It's just like a
Yes.
smaller version of Big Lots.
Right. Right. What's that $5? Is it just called $5, Gina? That $5
Five
store?
Below.
Five Below. Oh,
Five Below,
yeah.
that's
Five Below.
Or wait.
Five Below.
It
Yeah.
should be 5 above or below.
Yeah, 5 above because they run, I think, as high as $20 some of their stuff now.
What?
Yeah.
See, I haven't been out shopping in forever, so I'm thinking all of these things are the same.
It should just be called store then. It shouldn't have like any price tags on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm with Max on that one. I am.
Yeah. I agree. 100%.
You hear that wind kicking up out there?
Are you hearing the wind chimes?
No, I'm not. Sorry.
I am.
Well,
And I'm seeing the trees are blowing.
the trees are blowing. Uh-oh. That means we're starting to get the effects a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
'cause I can see out into your backyard, and yeah, things are starting to move around out there.
Well, they
You
had
should
be your
said,
new
yeah,
weather
around this
person.
time. Because originally I think it was going to be more like 5, and then they kept upping it. That we'll start feeling it. Yeah, it's just after 2 here.
Yep. Yippers.
Well, you beautiful.
Um,
I have to sign off. I have an appointment in like 15 minutes.
All
You
right,
guys
Max.
Stay hunkered
May your
down.
appointment go well.
Thank you.
Keep me posted, and I hope everything is good. And like I said, stay safe.
Your mom
see you.
safe?
Everything okay with your mom so far?
Yeah, she's fine right now.
Okay, good. All right, Max. We'll see
Bye,
you
Max.
later on. Have a good
Bye.
appointment.
I'll see you guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
But she's cool. I like her.
I'd hope so. She's
Yeah.
my bestie.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding.
She's your
She's cool people. She's
She really is. I've seen her on your stream in the past, and yeah.
she's really cool people.
cool.
She's easy to
Like-
get along with.
I have a brother from another mother, and then she's his
He's my sister from another mister.
I have a couple of those too. And I've adopted Brandon. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, we saw the message in Telegram. We're like, oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
Brandon, we got you, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
He's my adopted son, and apparently I have bias in the family according to my real son.
Oh, no.
If you adopted him, how come you don't treat him the same way you treat me?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Peer pressure?
Yeah, could be, right? Who knows?
Everybody has that family member that always puts on a form of pressure of some kind, right? That kind of almost forces you to try to do things, maybe against your will. I have an uncle like that. I'm not gonna give out names or anything, but there's always that one person that likes to kind of try to steer the way or control the way, if you will, on what they believe is good or safe or whatever. I'm kind of curious. Anybody out there can relate? Give me some ones out on the chat. I mean, we've all had that family member that can really try to pull your strings and push some buttons. I'm kind of curious to see how you guys are out there with that, and if you've had that experience or not.
I happened to give birth to one.
Did he learn any of these behaviors at all, Jules? I'm just,
He's the middle child, Zaiden. What does that tell you?
Tells me a
My
lot.
firstborn and my baby boy, no issues. My
Aw.
Michael, he's my cross, and I knew it from the day I gave birth to that child.
Aw,
But he was a blessing. He's a blessing.
that's.
But he's that
cool.
one. He's that one.
Still love him though, don't you?
I do. Absolutely. I do. Absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
Except I don't like when he tries to think he's my father instead of my son. See, that's not cool.
See,
And you and Gina know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
and Gina know how he is.
we even have a parental scenario like that sometimes. Won't go too much into detail, but yeah, we kind of have an idea, but we're on the daughter or son side of it, if you will. But we get that from time to time. It happens, but we still love them, right?
Absolutely.
The whole point. So as Jules had stated, we're getting a little bit of wind in the background. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to zoom in with my phone and kind of go outside for a moment to kind of give you guys a first-hand look at what it looks like outside.
Or I could walk outside with my laptop.
Just don't be like Mary Poppins.
I won't be like Mary Poppins. Did you lock the door when I came in? Is the door locked?
It may be. You have to
Probably.
push up on the slider thing on the right.
Wait, am I going out your front door or the sliders? I'm going to go
slider.
out the front.
You want to go out the
You
front?
want me out the
You
sliders?
could try either
Okay.
way.
It don't matter.
Oh.
It's all going to be the same weather.
Well, but I think the front yard gives a better effect.
Sure. Let's do it front yard.
I'm doing front. Hang on, guys. I'm taking you for a tour.
Look at her go.
Here we
Front
go.
door.
Like
I'm
when
going out
the
the front
spaceship
door.
was
Okay,
off.
here
This
we
is
go.
what it looked
Turning
like.
my laptop around.
when it was supposed to take
There it
off.
is.
Going out the front door. Ooh, see, look.
My ring camera just went off. You can hear the wind. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't leave your laptop out in the wetness too long. The Wi-Fi's reaching out pretty far so
Yeah.
far. Wow. Yeah, I got branches all over the roof already. Small stuff. Yeah, you can come back in, Jules.
Yeah, we don't
you're
want you to
going
get
out
all
of
wet out
range.
there either.
You going out of range, Jules?
The rain, it's not a heavy rain. It's rain. I'm coming in. I'm coming back in.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I hope y'all like that tour.
So yeah, see, it
better have
looks like
enjoyed it, 'cause I'm not doing it
just
again.
another day.
Good God.
But it's not really. Oh, hear it.
Yeah.
Yes, we
picking
had
up.
to trim the trees several times from
We also
above the roof, and we
Right.
didn't get to trim them again this time.
we got them trimmed enough where
But-
we won't have a direct impact on the roof, but it'll,
Yeah, because of the previous
definitely-
trimmings that we did.
Yeah, a lot of trimming.
But that was whoever founded this home. They put all those trees. And so that's another crazy thing around here. If you remove any plant, any tree, you're obligated to replace it.
Oh, the Florida
That's
law
right.
of tree replacement.
That's right.
You have to get
You
the
have
permits
to.
and everything to remove the trees out of your yard. So we got 3 huge trees right next to each other, and then another one a little closer to the curb. But can't remove them until we get it passed by the city. And one even got hit by lightning. Actually, I would say 2 of them got hit by lightning. That was a few years back, and it was before another hurricane. And that's the one where I had to fight that it was due to the lightning and not hurricane, so the deductible would be just home damage and not hurricane, which is way higher deductibles. But yeah, and they still fought me taking those trees down.
Absolutely. And you know what, too, that's very annoying about their whole tree replacement thing. They want the tree replaced. Okay, I get it. I get that part. But because it's a law to do it, I don't feel you should have to purchase a permit to do it.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
agree.
a law.
Yeah.
It's a law. You know,
They're like trying to get you from every direction.
Yeah, if you were just putting trees in on your own just to, like, you know, make your property look more appealing or whatever, yeah, I get it. I get about the permit. But it's a law. So why do I have to pay to replace something if it's a law? What did I just do? Oops.
What? In here?
I don't know what I just did to my screen. Oops.
We still see you.
I know, but I
we
lost
still hear
the
ya.
chat. I lost the chat.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything. Oh well. Oh well. Because I was trying to dry. My laptop got really wet out there, so I was trying to
Wipe it off.
Yeah, and I guess I did. You know me and technology. It's a bust. That's okay. Anyways, speaking of the damage, like you were saying, Gina, the hurricane versus the lightning storm that you had 2 weeks apart.
Yep.
I'm predicting this right now, and I'm telling you I'm correct. That God forbid when I get home to my house, and if I did sustain damage and loss of property from the surge, the insurance company is not going to want to pay me, because you see I don't have flood insurance, and what they're going to claim is the water damage was from rising floodwaters and not from wind. See, they tried that in Katrina. They denied a lot of claims, saying, oh no, that was rising flood. Now I'm talking about like in Mississippi, because in New Orleans, that was like a whole totally different thing, because, you know, the levees broke and all of that.
Right.
But the one in Mississippi, and unfortunately I worked for the insurance company, so like that's the only reason why I know. But the wave that came in that wiped the town of Waveland away, that tidal wave was caused by wind. That was not rising floodwater. Now, I'm expecting, and Zaiden, maybe you can explain this for better, because I don't really have a good understanding. They're saying a 15-foot surge is what to expect where I live. Can you explain exactly what that is?
Glad you asked. I'm actually going to show you.
Perfect. Except I don't have a screen anymore.
I'm going to add myself into this bunch. And I'm going to go into full screen mode.
I got it back. Yay.
All right.
Oh, she got it up and working.
I'm gonna take you guys with me. All hear me okay still?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Echo.
You go out the front door. I'm out the front, you go out the back.
They had the jewels, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys an education on this. It's currently raining. So I'm gonna give you like a, there we go. I'm gonna give you like a, I get my camera out. There we go. So here's the fence line. This fence line is 8 foot tall, right? And I'm like tall. This is a 6 foot tall, and I'm obviously taller than the retaining wall. All right, so if there was a surge coming in from, let's say if we go to 15-foot surge, and we're living right next to the water in that bay, right there. So if that water comes in, what'll happen is the water will come up slowly. I wouldn't say slowly, but pretty fast, right? You're going to see it start to come up to the point where your floors are going to start coming in flooded. Start the downpour now, but so let's just say hypothetically, your floors get flooded. At that point in time, it probably reached 6 foot within the next hour, if or less. So at that point, that should be a warning sign of whether or not you need to get out of that place or wherever you're at, or on the rooftop or whatever. But so surges come in based on the wind speed of a hurricane on the right side of that hurricane. So if
which is where I am.
Side, and the let's say the bay is on that right side of the hurricane, if you will, versus where we're at in Tampa, we're getting the top left, northeast or northwest side of it, where the hurricane's wrapping back into the Gulf. All that water's coming out. Surge water comes in because the hurricane on the right, bottom right side is pulling it in, right? So what'll happen is that water is being forced in, and the water has nowhere to drain. So it's like the wind is basically its own retaining wall. So it's going to hold that water in, and it's going to, like a bathtub almost, and then it's just going to hold that water coming up gradually until the point where it reaches its maximum amount, which in this case will be 15 feet. So as I said before, it all depends on where that wind speed's coming from in the hurricane. I'm going to go back to my computer to kind of get more of a visual.
But I'm a mile from Charlotte Harbor. So.
Right. So I will show you.
So I don't go home to nothing. That's what I need to know.
So
I need to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yep. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
All
you were
right.
gonna
Punch out of this.
for a second.
People must ignore the mess on the table because that's trying to bring everything in and resort stuff.
Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my other screen real quick, and then I'll kind of explain this a little bit more. I'm gonna share it with you guys in Zoom. There's that. There you guys go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the hurricane. What you're going to see here is that counterclockwise spin. Obviously, you'll see on the bottom right of this hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a better way to do this. Green screen myself. Here we go. All right, so on the bottom side of this hurricane right here, see how it's spinning underneath here and then kind of coming up to the right? As it kind of, what it's doing is pushing that water in along that southeast side of the eye wall of the hurricane. So what is right next to this hurricane? There's a bay. And I'm going to switch up maps. And that bay just so happens to be Charlotte Harbor.
Man, that's me.
So
That's
what's gonna
me.
right? So what's gonna happen here is the bottom right hand side of this hurricane is gonna push all that water into the basin. So if there's any retaining walls that are in this bay, it's gonna hold only up to so many feet. Now, if it's anything usually over 6 to 10 feet, you're definitely looking at flooding on a massive scale. They were actually originally forecasting for us in Tampa when this hurricane was originally supposed to go up here to the Tampa Bay region. Now, we have a very low depth in the bay as far as how deep the water is, which makes it even worse NOA for the Tampa region, because you got all that water that's pushing in, and it's going to cause even more of a surge because there's a lot of resistance on the ground. So it's got nowhere to go but up. So what'll happen is, with Tampa, if it hit Tampa, we would have had a much bigger region of flooding. And they were saying, and our power's flickering, so
yeah, notice that.
they were saying that this would stretch out 20 plus miles of surge if that was the case, which means we would be under 6 feet of water in this very house. When we're going back down here to the Charlotte Harbor area, now we're getting wind that it's a little deeper as far as the water basin is in there. So that gives a little bit of motion room for the water to move around a little bit. But that's not really a huge saving grace, because the wind itself on this hurricane is acting like a retaining wall itself, forcing that water to be pushed up into the basin, and it won't allow that water to escape until that eye wall's passed. So now, once it's passed, it'll allow all that water to drain. So the surge won't be there for weeks on end as far as the depth of the water coming up and the flooding, but it's going to happen, right? So your houses may get at least 6 to 10 feet, unfortunately, if you're living right by the water there, 6 to 10 feet easy flooding on your first story floors. If you're up inland a little bit, it won't be as significant, but there still will be flooding. Like I said, usually most of these, like Tampa Bay's 20 miles. I'm not sure about the radius around the Charlotte Harbor area as far as how far the flooding would go. It all depends really on how deep this basin is. So no matter how you look at it, we're looking at flooding on a massive scale, because the bottom left or bottom right side of that eye wall is coming at this basin. So that is what a surge is. Hopefully that was understandable.
Oh, they're liking it.
I studied weather a little bit too in school, so that was one of my things I wanted to be a major in. Let me get back to my other screen, because now I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. So bear with me. Oh yeah, I know it. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got you back. Okay, so there is your weather report at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. By
now
Zaiden.
back to
the regular scheduled show. But yeah, I actually, me and my brother grew up around weather. Like, we used to always like to chase storms, even though weren't really tornadic. We were just like, hey, if we can just chase a storm, that'd be fun. We always watched some storm the show I think was called Storm Chasers back in the day, when they had these cars that looked like they were from Mad Max. They were geared up for war, it looked like, when they went out to the storm chasing, and they had these little turret seats where they would have a peeking area so they can see where the storm's at. So it's very interesting to see how prepared some of these storm chasers get when it comes to driving into severe weather. So what do you guys think out there? You guys ever like watching storms? You guys like you like the thunderstorms when it rolls in? Is that something you sit on your porch or whatever for to kind of just watch, kind of as a calming thing? I used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Great to sleep in, relax in, and watch.
Right, great to sleep in. I slept like a baby, man. I love that. I actually put on YouTube sometimes to go to sleep an actual sound effect of thunderstorms and rain to kind of get the sleep mood going. What do you guys do? Do you guys like storms? Or what makes you calm? Does storms do it for you? Or is it just like ocean waves? What does it for you?
I don't mind storms as long as there's no threat to life or loss of property.
Right.
You know?
Yes, it's true.
We should record some more of the wind chimes outside while it gets really rough. Because we still left them
I can
outside.
go back out.
Because
I'll
we used
go
to have a
back
stream
out.
like that.
Oh, you don't have to, Jules.
I want to.
We do have a table out there.
All right, but
She's
I
the
like
jewel in
it
the
in
rough.
Should go now.
the front yard. You get more because of all the trees and stuff. You can really see it and hear it. So you guys talk, and I'm just gonna walk around outside. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
We got live on site Jules as our person on site to record the weather.
So she can be tossed around in the wind and
The Weather Channel has nothing on us.
Nope. This is live action. And to think I used to make fun of those people that would stand in storms and report.
Oh, you got to have like a Heisman pose against the wind. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny because the Weather Channel would always do, like whenever they record themselves out in the weather and in the middle of a hurricane, it's like 60 plus miles an hour wind. And they act like they're fighting it so hard. And then there was like a couple clips here and there. You'll catch some other people in the background walking around like it's completely normal. Like, and you find a couple Weather Channel individuals just, okay, it's 100 miles an hour wind. And the guy surfers behind be like, so gotta keep on walking that way. Man, Jules, you're at your car. Little windy?
Work it. That is my car right there. Right there.
Yeah?
I'm just worried about what if your tree falls? Yes, it's very windy. You can't see.
Well, Jules, what if any one of those trees fall? That's the risk anywhere, right? When it comes to high end winds. Now, I don't suspect it'll. These trees been through Irma, and we only got a few branches, and those gusted to about 100 and 110 miles an hour at one point. So, and I'll survive that. So as long as we don't go really much higher than that, we'll be all right.
The weird thing about it, guys, is that there's not much rain at all.
That's where we're going to say, wait for it.
yeah,
Wait for it.
the calm before the storm.
Yeah, it's going to get a little gustier as the time goes on. I say because it's 2:30 p.m. right now, 2:30 something. I can't read. I need my glasses. I'm like Lewis. I can't see nothing.
Yeah.
So
Lewis
bad.
needs surgery.
I feel for him on that. 2:38. Yeah, so it's 2:38 p.m. our time Eastern. So they're saying probably by no later than 5 p.m. We'll kind of start experiencing some more of the stiffer winds,
The heavier stuff.
and some more of the rain bands. So we'll be looking out for tornadic events possibly around the region. They're not really that big. They'll happen for like maybe 30 seconds and then they go away. That's how it usually happens. Down in Florida, they're usually not that strong. But if they were to hit, then you'll have a little minor damage. But we'll keep an eye out for that too. Q and Jaws music. D-Nice. So there was some jokes going around about how if we were flooded with the surge, all the alligators, crocs, I forget which ones come. There's so much confusion on the differences between the two down here now that now I'm confused. So there's a joke going around like all of them go, hey, we got farther to swim now. It's turned into basically an ocean, and we're gonna have like crocodiles and alligators swimming up our roads like they're canoes or something. Saying hi. Like, hey, you got any food in there? We'll be your new pets.
And that's been known to happen.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, your son would know.
alligators,
some of
thank
that
you. I knew
rescuing stuff too.
I should have went with my gut.
Yes, but here's the thing with Michael. When it comes to what was it? Yeah, he's not allowed to He's not allowed to do the alligator, the gopher, tortoises. I forget what else, because you have to be a wildlife,
Like certified a certain way.
Florida wild, yeah, for that. And he's not. So he just does, dogs, cats, rats, foxes, raccoons, that type of stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading the comments. So I'm going to go to the comments real quick, just to kind of catch up here with everybody. And once again, we definitely hope you are hitting that like button and subscribe. Please subscribe and help our channel grow, our community grow. Notification, obviously, if you want to get the latest and greatest when we bring out the new material, get alerted on that. And again, donations don't have to, but we would definitely welcome any donations. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of cost to this, and I know that there's going to be a lot of people suffering out there. So we're not just talking about hoarding money here. We're talking about how we can make the community grow, maybe where we can help others as well. That's what we're geared to do. So hello, D-Nice. I see you out there, Yvonne. Shock. Always shockingly awesome to see you. Cassie, good to see you. Is it Karen or Kareen? 007. Carly, good to see you. Brandon, awesome to see you. Stepson of Jules. Adopted son. Carrie, good to see you as well. Let's see, we got... I know I missed a few. Foxfire, good to see you as well. Anyways, they got a pretty good full house today. So, yeah, so we've been covering the hurricane, just kind of chilling out, kind of bunkering down, however you want to say it, hanging out with each other. How are you guys doing out there? Should we do like a live call-in?
Sure. So she said, D-Nice was saying,
What was
as far
D-Nice
as
saying?
sandbags, I said, we didn't get any sandbags. It was only a few locations, and then trying to board up everything, trying to make sure we had supplies for the house, your water, went for another run for more gas. And I'm thinking, well, while you're in line to wait for sandbags, you're burning all the fuel that you just purchased that you're going to need, possibly, if you still have to evacuate.
And if you're lucky, you'll get the gas to be refilled into the car. Most gas stations were out of gas.
Yeah, because last time we had to get extra gas. Oh my goodness, that was awful. It's amazing that we didn't poison ourselves in the car, because we still latched them on the roof, I think, but you could still smell the fumes coming into the car. But it's a good thing we stocked up, because halfway up Florida, there was no gas stations that had any gas. So we used that, pulled over to the side, used that to get all the way to Georgia.
Yep. I remember Irma very well. We were on I-75 going northbound. They opened up both shoulder lanes as evacuation lanes, and we were mostly in the left shoulder lane going all the way up into Georgia.
Yep.
With, what do we have, like 3 things of gas on the top of the car tied down? Something like that.
So.
Yeah, that was crazy, because all gas stations were emptied almost all the way up until, I would have to say, almost close to the border.
Yeah. And then you're even lucky if you have containers to hold it, because the stores sell out of that too. And it's funny, we were at Walmart the other day, and the announcements, just the regular recordings, say, if you're looking for a flashlight, something to that effect, Walmart, we have your flashlights and all your safety needs. And we were looking for a flashlight, and they were totally sold out. So that was
crazy.
Yeah, I was
timing.
in Lowe's looking
Irony.
for candles, and they didn't have candles.
They even have candles.
I have candles from Dollar
There you
Tree.
go. You almost can do some barter and trade with candles or water, you know? Like, what's more important, light or water? Or matches to light the candle.
Yeah, we got matches.
I mean,
We got
really,
lighters.
you almost think about that.
I think water. I mean, if we had to take a vote, I think I would take water over light.
Yeah, water, you have to survive.
Basic necessity. That,
You need
you
to
know,
survive.
that's one of the things I think a lot of us we're not really aware of as far as the importance of that resource. That's one of the things that we have to survive on. I mean, we have to. It's definitely a must. So that, and we can survive longer with water than we can without food. So in other words, if we're just eating food without water, probably last 14 days, if that. With water, maybe 40 days, depending on your health, of course.
But you could live a lot longer, even just on water.
True. It's like a good detox. If you're just kind of doing that fasting, if you will, with just water only. It's a great detox. Yeah. Good point. So back to our radar. As of right now, I just refreshed it. It looks like it's just about to hit landfall. And as of right now, those surges that we're talking about are probably getting close to 10 to 12 feet right now as we speak. So I'm really praying and hoping that everybody out there has left that area. That's no joke. No joke at all.
Yeah, they had a bunch of FEMA and everything already in the locations. Supposedly being ahead of the game this time.
Yeah, and there it is. The most updated track. So Hurricane Irma is literally right outside of Cayo Costa, that little strip of island there. And Boquilla, just west of there. Boca Grande, right in the target there. Boca Grande.
Boca Grande was mandatory. They had to evacuate, and they closed the bridge there. So that was gone. And Punta Gorda, that they closed that bridge as well. They made them evacuate, and they've got emergency vehicles parked on both bridges to make sure nobody tries to go back in.
They showed the Skyway earlier too, of course. No one can go over that, but they close that down other times when there's just other basic storms because of the structure and it's so high and everything.
So
That's a scary bridge to go over, Gina, don't you think? Especially if it's windy out. Oof.
Yeah, but I think it's fun still.
Yeah, no.
I get into those type of thrills.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. You like roller coasters.
Yes, love it. We're
guilty.
Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world.
We grew up in that area. Oh my god. So Carrie, yes, I'll check. And of course, that's you may be able to see it from here. That's the Skyway Bridge, in case anybody was wondering what we're talking about. That's what connects Pinellas or St. Petersburg area in the bay.
So you didn't take that way up here, Jules?
No, I took 75.
I
on
know.
the right side.
Do you ever take that way? Do you ever come over the Skyway?
When I lived in Spring Hill, I used to, because I used to get on the Sun Coast, and then get off of the Sun Coast and then hop on, what is that, 270? Is it 275 through St. Pete, and then go over the Skyway, because I used to always carry fishing poles and fishing gear in my car. So I like stopping at the pier to fish off the Skyway.
Yeah.
It's cool.
A lot of people go there.
Yeah, but no, not lately. I don't. I just was take 75 straight up. But when I came up yesterday, because I told you once I got past Sarasota, like right there, traffic became a standstill in it. My GPS gave me a workaround, thank God. Otherwise, I don't know how long it would have taken
you.
me. I told you, yeah, it took me to 68, to 4, to 275, and then to, I have no idea, but it got me here.
Yep. So I'm going to switch gears for just a second. We do have a donation. And we'll put on the excellent music. Excellent! Thank you, Carrie. Still recovering from Hurricane Fiona. Just got my power back last night. Lost everything, but here's a little help from me to you. Good luck, my friends. Glad we didn't need to stock up on water. Wasn't an issue for us. Thank goodness. P.S. Feel free to read it on there if you feel like doing so. I'm glad I saw that beforehand, but thank you, Carrie. Appreciate that.
Those in need and helping others. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, everything helps right now. Anything and everything. So it doesn't matter how little or big. So thank you again. I get really humbled when I see stuff like this happens. I may have to put on the shades. I want to start crying. All right. Thank you, guys. All right, so thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.
Anyways, we just kind of talking about 275, the Skyway Bridge, you know, how it closed down. There's a wind cap, or a certain amount of wind that is necessary for it to be closed down. Like if it goes over a certain
bridge, yeah.
Speed of wind, miles per hour, whatever. But yeah, they closed that, I think, earlier today, if I remember correctly.
And then the airports were closing down yesterday at 1 o'clock, St. Pete, 5 o'clock for Tampa, Orlando, I think closed around 5 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, Tampa International closed up shop. St. Pete, one right across the bay, closed up. They're not flying out until this thing's already done and passed.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too for everybody that had any kind of flight scheduled. Might want to double check, especially if you're flying into Florida, and that means Orlando too. I mean, right now there's going to be a lot of delays, cancellations, and a lot of these planes are getting rerouted with different. Because they have to, compensate a little bit for all the traffic from everybody, leaving town too. So double check your flights. Make sure everybody is covered there. Make sure you understand your delays and cancellations, if there is any. Because that does affect other airports around. Especially when you close a major international airport.
Yeah, and you have connecting flights and everything.
Exactly. Let me take a look here. Someone's saying there's something else going on here in the PayPal app. Let me see what's going on.
So any idea how long we get to enjoy your company? You'll be staying in this region, Jules?
Oh, Gina, no offense. I love you and Zaiden with all my heart. I love my kid and over there too, but I'm hoping I could beat feet back down south late tomorrow.
Oh wow, okay.
The heart is where the home's at.
I've got to go and find out about my home.
No, I feel you because
yep.
I mean, there was different friends and family saying, "Here, come up this way," or come over this direction. But again, you don't know where the storm was going, so you're like, "Well, do you go through all that to prep to leave, and then you're still taking the chance of you might go the direction of the storm, and you don't want to go through all that work and leave your home because you're concerned about it?" Yeah, it's such a battle to choose where to go and what to do and stay safe. But we are glad you're here and safe with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is important.
But I will find out in advance, so I'm not going to make the attempt to go back unless I know that they're going to actually let me in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another thing you got to be sure
right.
of.
And you want to make sure your path is clear, safe too, because when you're traveling, when you had a hurricane damage that's left, it can be really dangerous if you're not careful, right? So yeah, I probably, if you have like ears or eyes on the ground over there, like somebody you might know, or if you call the city down there and see, or find out if it's safe enough.
My friend has an ex that is a dispatcher for Northport Police Department, so he is getting firsthand updates, and then he's messaging me. So yeah, I'll know.
Good.
Oh, that's good. So you'll know if any roads are blocked, any wires are down. Those are the main concerns.
Yeah. Or if they're even if they're going to let me back in, let me back in. I hope they do. I mean, I don't know how long this storm down there is gonna, I think they're talking about what, 8 hours or so.
Well, they're saying it should be well out of the area by Thursday, 8 o'clock. That's where it's going to be just tucked underneath Orlando, 8 o'clock on Thursday.
In the morning or
in the morning?
PM?
In the morning.
Oh,
now
yeah,
that's the current prediction, but again, want to pay attention to what's going on. They're saying by tonight, 8 p.m. it'll be crossing the Arcadia area northwest of there, and then of course 12 hours later is predicted to hit just south of Orlando in the Kissimmee area. Kissimmee area is going to take a direct hit. St. Cloud area, 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So once it hits there, I would suspect that the tail end would then be leaving that area. You're still going to get rain.
My dad's in the Kissimmee area.
Again, reach out to your contact. Just to be sure, just to be safe. We all love our homes. It's hard to leave our homes. It is. I'm going to do a quick transition to acknowledge another person. Sorry, Midnight Madness is technically not midnight. I keep messing that up. I want to fix that. Rascally Rabbit. There it is. Okay, fix. Okay, there we go. I'm going to announce that we got another donation via PayPal.
Excellent! Excellent!
Carrie, once again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Carrie again.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your assistance there. And you're obviously can't thank you enough there. Wow. All right, I don't want to cry. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Oh, wow. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. This community is amazing. Everybody's welcome here. Weirdos, randos, everybody. This melting pot is fantastic. And that's what it is. That's what it's all about, right? Bringing it together, supporting one another. I'm not talking about financially here. I'm talking about overall, right? We're just like a good family feeling, like you feel welcome here. So we're chill.
All your prayers too, all coming together. Faith.
Absolutely. So we're still going to keep on going here with this hurricane action. Probably do another check outside here in a little bit. I'm not sure if there's any other streaming going on. Do you know what time Lewis typically goes on?
He goes on after Andy, and Andy starting in 10. In 10 minutes. He's going on in 10.
Okay. Andy's going on in 10?
Yeah, looks like
And
it.
he's going on in 10 minutes. He just said in the chat in Telegram, as a matter of fact, he asked for anybody who's in the area if they wanted to zoom in. He's going live in 15 minutes, and that was 2 minutes ago. So, and then Lewis goes on after Andy, but because of what happened with Lewis yesterday, honestly, I don't know. I haven't heard from Lewis today, so I don't know if he's going
He
on.
might be
I'm sure
busy
he's handling
getting
a lot of business
everything
right now,
sorted.
I'm sure. Right, Gina?
Yeah.
I had that happen a few years back. I'd say about 10 years back or so. Probably more than that now. But that happened to me where I had my wallet stolen, car broken into. That is not a fun thing to go through. You have to call all your banks to cancel your cards. You have to go through your car insurance, depending on how much damage is done to your car. And that's even if they'll cover it. You got a deductible to worry about. It can be a fiasco. I totally get that. And that, all the donations that went towards Lewis, I'm sure that'll help towards any deductible on insurance, because that's no joke. Like I had to, like my deductible at the time was I think $1,500. And
Wow.
yeah, I mean, if it's just a broken window, you might as well just pay for it yourself. But if it's anything else, like an accident or damage that's going to cost more than that, like say $5,000 or more, then yeah, you'll probably be looking at getting that deductible taken care of. It all depends on what kind of insurance everybody has. It's different depending on who pays what, and who through. But hearts out to Lewis for that. I know that's not easy. And Andy's going live here in a little bit. We might venture to maybe jump on with his stream here too, depending on how things go. So we'll see how that goes. We'll stay on live as long as we can. I might even go back live later on today after Lewis is done. So I kind of
Yeah,
want to.
well, I'll be
keep
at
communication.
Michael's for that.
No, it's all good, Jules. Did you bring your pups?
Yeah, only because I don't want to be lectured by the middle son. But
Parented by the
you
kid.
can still send me the Zoom link, though.
Okay, we can do that. Absolutely. And don't worry, Jules. You're only 10 minutes away. We'll come hijack you if you need. Well, we got you covered.
Oh, okay then.
She's like, go ahead.
Then I can blame it all on you.
Right, exactly. I got a kidnapping. I got a report. Well, we got about 10,000 other homes that we got calls in, so we're gonna have to get to you sooner or later.
Yeah, well.
I can only
don't
imagine,
know.
like emergency response, how backed up they probably are right now. Can you? I can't imagine.
I would imagine so. Yeah. I would imagine so.
How the wind's looking out there, Jules?
Well, I got to tell you, you know how I like the front because it's got so much action going on? Guess what? The back has a whole lot of action going on now.
Oh, snap.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's starting to, and it's right on time. It's right on time. It's picking up just the way they said.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want me to do another tour out there? Kind of give a
Yeah,
live...
you I did 2 tours. It's your turn.
Is it my turn? All right, let me open up
It's your turn.
my turn. All right, let me get my Zoom going again. Accidentally close out on it. My phone.
Let's see if I...
All right, I'm gonna switch gears. Guest only. Oh yeah, I gotta let myself in. I suppose that's prudent. There's that. Might get an echo for a minute.
Let's see if I could get it on
Hey,
my phone.
there we go.
There you go.
Yay!
There we go.
Zaiden's going out live in the hurricane.
Superman
Storm
Batman
approaching
get together one of these
storm.
days. You're crazy. Go outside, you knucklehead.
All right.
Tina,
So are the
you
winds
need to do
picking up?
something else.
I'll turn up my volume just a little bit so you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
Awesome. Switching my camera. Here we go. So there's how it looks like outside. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. These are my wind chimes right here. They're still not too highly
Not
active
moving
yet.
too much.
Not yet. So when they start going crazy, like, like that,
Yeah.
probably looking at 60 miles an hour gust.
We got to record some of that.
Trees are looking
that's gonna-
crazy. Oh, okay, that's a gust.
You felt something?
Yeah. Oh, I felt a fly. Let's see. So, just kind of getting a little bit of an idea what the trees are. Well, these are, right now, we're probably getting gusts of 20, 30 miles an hour up to maybe 50 at the moment. Nothing real major yet, but the rain's starting to fall pretty good. Nothing heavy, but I would say probably intermediate, medium rainfall. So we'll check back maybe in another half hour to an hour. All right, I'm gonna go back in. You're terrible yet.
You talking to yourself again, mister?
Oh, man.
I don't know how Tina deals with you. I really don't.
What tool should I talk to?
I don't know.
All right,
Is he
going back.
thinking out loud?
Does he do that all the time, Gina?
That's my excuse. I think out loud at times.
Oh, okay then. I think maybe you two have been living with each other too long. No, I'm just joking.
And even longer.
You're both putting off on each other.
Aww.
Oh, but just so you know, full disclosure, I told everybody about your car game.
My car game?
Your car, when you're driving, the game, the two of you play in the car.
Oh yeah, love tap.
Love tap.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually okay. I'll elaborate for everybody. Go ahead, Jules. You were gonna say something?
Yeah,
I see you about to say something.
the first time I saw it, I was like, what the hell are they doing? Until you told me.
He was in the car with us right when we go pick up the car.
I shared
The
it. I
puppies.
shared it with some of our friends. I did share it. But go ahead, explain it.
Okay. So we own a Mini Cooper Clubman 2016. And I obviously love how it drives. And the thing is, it's still kind of a rare vehicle you don't see as often out there. So a lot of like the old school rules of when you see a Volkswagen buggy, you get the old punch in the shoulder. We kind of went off those rules a little bit more, but we did it with a love tap version. So when we see, but we don't do it with Volkswagens. We do it with Mini Coopers. Any Mini Cooper we see out there, and of course, one day we hope to have, get up to that class and get it like a Range Rover. But
That's been
our
my
other
dream
love tap
car
vehicle.
forever.
If we see a Range Rover
The last
or a Mini
20
Cooper
years.
of any kind, we'll just do a little love tap, call it out, and tap, anywhere shoulder-wise or leg while she's on the other side of the vehicle or I'm over here. She kicks my butt almost every time. It's just, come on.
That's
I
not
swear.
true.
It's every time. It's like I think I'm doing good. I'm like 3 up, right? And we're like halfway to wherever we need to go. And she's like, love tap. I'm like, looking, what? Love tap, what? Literally 3 more that's right in a row. I'm like, how are you seeing these vehicles? Of course, my peripheral's like straight ahead when I'm driving. But it's just fun. It's really fun. Like a little friendly competition. Try to keep score, but I'm like, you know what? She's so good at this. I'm like, she wins almost every time.
It's because I love you that much. I love you more.
I like that answer.
Aw. You guys are so really. You guys really are. Everybody should have a relationship the way you two have one. You're blessed.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jules. Oh, I'm going to start turning red again.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna get teary-eyed.
we're so cute. It's almost annoying, unless you love it. So who knows? I don't know. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? You guys still awake? Bed.
I think a lot of people are getting hungry. A lot of people are talking about food.
Should we start
probably
eating in
the
front of
lunch
them?
break times and because it is LunchRush. So
Oh, I remember the other
seeing
day we were talking about food.
burritos and pizza and different stuff that was on here.
Pizza sounds
Egg roll.
fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
And a
I haven't
day
had some
like
good
this.
Chinese.
Now that's a good question. I wonder if their pizza joints are actually running right now in some of these areas.
No,
I wouldn't think so.
I didn't see anything open between my son's house and here.
Yeah. A lot of places are boarded up. Like I went to Advanced Auto to pick up a couple things to, for the vehicle and generator. I have an old generator, it still works, thank God. But their whole building was just boarded up. Like they, like how some businesses close and you just see these boards just covering their windows. They were all boarded up and they spray painted. It's so funny. They spray painted an open sign on their wood, and with a little arrow, here's the door. So they're like, please, we're still here. But yeah, there's a lot of businesses, places are boarding up. Our windows, of course, are mostly boarded up. In the weakest part of the house, anyway. But we are hurricane strong right now. Proofed. Let's take a look at that chat. Let's see what's going on out there. Shock you like baloney. Breakfast of Champions. I love it. Let's see what else we got out there. What's up, Mike? Well, seeing you in the house. Good to see you. Mary D nice.
So for breakfast today, it was sausage, biscuits, and gravy, or biscuits. Sausage, yeah. One of the favorites, and that southern food for here, I guess. Who likes biscuits and gravy?
Oh God, I do.
There might be a little bit left if you want some.
Oh wow.
No.
I think there's
No,
one
thank
biscuit
you.
left, but there's more that we can make too.
You mean you made them from scratch?
Not the biscuits, no. That's frozen.
But the gravy?
Yeah, it's from scratch.
Oh, holy moly. I should have come over earlier.
We would have had biscuits and gravy. Just
I
saying.
would have for sure.
So good. All right, we got another
Alright,
announcement. And another donation, guys. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and...
Excellent!
Thank you once again, Carrie.
Oh my goodness.
Carrie, thank you. There's one other one on here too. Let me get back to it. A tiny bit for storm chips. I like that. That's Mariska. I'm not sure who that is in our chat exactly, so I didn't see. And that's the other thing too. If you guys do donate, maybe put your screen name if you want just your screen name read instead of your full name. I will be happy to do that to protect, of course, your privacy. Just let me know in the comments when you do put your comments in it. So thank you very much, everybody. Again, donations are very helpful, especially in this situation we're in. So really appreciate you. All right, back to food.
Yeah, Mike was saying they're the biscuits or what you dip in a cup of coffee, but they refer to biscuits different than what we call biscuits. Their biscuits would be more like a cracker to us, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, like a cookie cracker type thing. Yeah. But I suppose we could dunk our biscuits in coffee too. I'm not quite sure how that would be, but
Could be good with coffee, but might break up a little bit too much
I'm
depending on
always
the
willing to
biscuit.
try at least something. That sounds pretty good.
Okay, well, then you do it. Let us know.
Sure. I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I used to watch a show where this guy would, I forgot who it was, but he would try, I think it was Guy, maybe his name was Guy, where he would travel to different cultures and try different food. Just, you know, there's so many different types of food in different cultures in different countries. It's really fascinating. Like, he would try these things that we'd never imagine to actually try tasting, you know? And then he's like, oh, it tastes like chicken. Or, you know, it's like, oh, this is really good, you know? And surprising. It really fascinates. It's like kind of watching a collision of vehicles waiting to happen. Like, you can't stop watching. It's like one of those things. But it really makes you kind of curious to taste some of the things out there that you didn't really think that you would. Has anybody out there actually tried food that you'd never imagine to taste but did and found out it was pretty good? Anybody in the chat? Anybody on the panel?
I pretty much eat everything. There isn't much that I won't eat. Even different culture food, there's very little I won't eat.
Any like food that was weird but found surprisingly good?
Frog legs?
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
think I had ostrich at a restaurant one time. Or
I've had ostrich eggs.
yeah, I've heard of
freaking
people.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. The yolk is like huge. I loved it.
I don't think I tried that yet.
You should.
Yeah, octopus I had recently. I would say, yeah, within like
PC
about a half
Text
a year ago, someone had some octopus, and that was good.
tried Snake and Shark. PC Tech did. Yeah, Man versus Food. That's it. Thank you. That was a good show. I think it's still going on, as I recall. Oysters. Ooh,
Love them.
Oh yeah.
that's like you either like it or you don't. Like you have it
And
has
I
to
love
grow
'em.
on you. Yeah.
No,
She like love them.
I love them.
Is that the ones you
I can
hope for a pearl?
out-eat anybody when it comes to oysters.
Oh, they're clams. Oysters, clams. Is that actually a food? You can have the meat in a clam.
Yes. Yes, clams are delicious too.
Okay.
Yes.
I believe you.
Especially when I make baked clams. I'll have to
Thank
make
you,
them for
Foxfire.
and Gina. Yeah, I will make them for you and Gina. You will
Thank
love
you.
my clams.
Oh yes.
Well,
thank
you know,
very
we'll do
much,
that.
Foxfire.
We'll do like if you want to do it on the show or something too,
I was
we can do
thinking
that
it was
too.
you.
We'll see. I don't know, whatever
We
you want to
could.
do. We'll do it.
Okay.
Try some
Let's
weird
get through
food.
this workshop first.
I was thinking it was
One thing at a
Foxfire.
time.
Thank you, Foxfire, for that donation.
Yes.
I'm like, Marishka, wait, that's but then you get so used to the names that are on the chat, like trying to place them
Yeah,
together.
thank you, Foxfire. I really appreciate that. Again, donations definitely are going to help a lot in this situation, so thank you. Again, like, subscribe. That's also going to help the community too. So I would just, we want to bring the community out into a little bit wider region. Hang out with you guys, talk about important topics, and chill topics. Of course, Hurricane Category 5 is not exactly a chill topic, but an important one.
What's this in the Philippines? D-Nice.
Be nice.
Chocolate meat?
Chocolate. What now? Meat?
Yeah, it's D-Nice's post in the chat.
Mike says we have haggis.
With
Is it
pig's
haggis
blood?
or haggis in Scotland? I'm gonna have to look that up. Midnight Madness Cooking Edition with Zaiden. Yeah, maybe I might do that. Let's see. Honey, of course. Honey in general. You know what's good is you get the local honey, right? You get the local honey. There's a lot of that around here in Florida. You get the local farms or whatever, or outlets. They have these local, pollinized honey. It's supposedly good for you, and especially when it comes to helping your immune system and protecting against elements around those local areas that you're residing at. I heard that, of course, but that is good for you.
Yeah, build up your immune system differently.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's always it tastes good. I'm just saying, you can't ever go wrong with some honey. So how's it looking out there, Jules? How you looking?
Oh,
I
think there's a duck outside.
Yeah, we have a few ducks in the area.
We get a lot of the fowls, as we call them. They're the birds.
Well, they're quacking at the front door.
What they want in?
They want in. They're trying to get safety from the storms.
I don't know, but they're quacking.
The quack-a-lackin'.
Whoa, look at that wind. Oh, that was a big gust, guys.
Well, let's go out and find out, shall we?
Here we go. Zaiden going out live once again. Here we go.
That one was a super big gust.
Ooh, let me see what these ducks are doing. Oh yeah, winds have definitely picked up.
I told you.
Oh yeah. Let's get a first-hand look, guys. Going live outside with Zaiden and his crazy hair. Let's see. I'm gonna switch my camera. All right, so we're outside in the front. Yeah, I'd say this is easily 40-mile-an-hour gusts. 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Trees are going.
I'm thinking I should go home now, back to my son's.
Whatever you feel you want to do. I mean, you're welcome here to stay safe here, or if you want to.
I know it, but then if it gets way too windy, Frankie's over there. So if it gets, yeah, I should listen. I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm scared.
No, it's good
now.
having you here, and we just want to make sure you stay safe.
I will.
No. Well, let's wait till he comes back in so I can come out and say my hugs and goodbyes to you.
Yeah.
Where did he go, though? We can't even see him or hear him.
He went out the front to the left. He went out the front door to the left.
Like, I don't hear. Oh, because he's still muted. I don't know, like, if he realizes he's still muted.
I bet he doesn't even know he's muted. I should tell him.
Go tell him that he's muted.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, I don't know where he is. I wonder if he got
Oh,
blown
the storm
away.
took Storm.
I don't know where he went.
Storm took Zaiden Storm.
You're muted. Zaiden.
I was.
You're muted.
So, what do you guys think? Are you guys getting a kick out of this? Hey, spare the moment. What you gonna do?
Wait a minute. Can you guys hear me?
I think we can hear you now.
All right. Could you guys at least see?
Yeah, but we saw, but you're muted.
Darn this thing. It bugged me.
Oh, look, I tracked him leaves. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Not even worried about it.
Okay.
All right, we are back.
So,
One
I
chasing
want to
some
take your
birds.
phone out next time because I can't get it on my phone. I need another password or something.
All right, you guys. There we go. That was fun. Went chasing down some really tall birds. I forgot what they were called. Trying to get an interview with the birds, and they just said, no comment.
You see that, Zaiden?
What am I seeing now? Yeah, my phone, it auto-muted because I lost signal. So Zoom automatically puts me on mute when it does that. Don't know why. Oh, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. All right, it looks like here that Andy just went live not too long ago. Jules, do you want to get back going to your son's house? The bunker down over there, or do you want to stick around?
I don't know, Zaiden. Look at how windy it's getting out there.
Well, we're only getting about 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts at the moment, so that's nothing
Well, how
normal.
long do you think-
That's nothing out of the norm for here.
But will I be able to drive in that?
You should, but you don't
All right,
want to wait another hour or two if you want to get there.
I'll hang for a bit, I guess. Are you going to jump on the other one or what? What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
we're probably going to go ahead and wrap up here for now and then come back on later after Andy's stream. We're going to just kind of see if we can. And again, guys, don't forget. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Now, you want to come and spoil our fun.
This is what you call family love right here,
Yeah, this is family love.
Yeah. I love these guys.
I love these guys
These are hugs
too.
to each other, and that's hugging you guys out there.
Yes.
Right. This is what community looks like, you guys. Don't forget it. All right. Go
We
back.
love you.
Love you guys.
All right, so that's what you call sharing the love.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll go ahead and close up shop for now. But again, don't forget, guys, to hit that like, subscribe button and share. Don't forget to share this as well on your outlets. Again, we want to make sure the community grows, but we can't do that without you. So we thank you for being a part of this. Also, we have that wonderful love from Jules that came in today. Thank you, Max, for coming in. Appreciate you. And of course, if you wish to donate, once again, we do have our PayPal app as well as the Cash app. Any donations definitely would appreciate. We do have that through our link tree, so we'll post that one more time. And we'll go ahead and close things out for you guys. And then we'll probably... I don't have enough subscribers to do a raid for Andy, so...
I know, wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be
I was
pretty
thinking
cool.
about that.
One day. Yeah. That would be slick. But yes, I just want to make sure I don't have any other announcements to put out there before I close up. All right.
See you over there on Popcorn and later here tonight on Nerd Report. And if and when we jump back on, as long as we still have power, everything's running good. Praise God.
Yeah. So, and if you guys make a donation too, after we stop going on air now, if we're able to get back on live later, we'll go ahead and acknowledge you. So we'll honor you as well. So thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. All right. So we're going to go ahead and close it up. Thank you guys for coming along.
Excellent!
To the Lunch Rush. I'll go ahead and play it anyway.
Excellent!
It's excellent to have you guys here at the Gauche. We appreciate you. Thank you once again to our wonderful cast of people that we have as my wife, Gina, and our wonderful Jules, our Nerd Report co-host. Go ahead and say the final word, Jules. Jules? What's the final word?
I love Lewis. I love Lewis. And listen, for anybody who's watching that's in Florida, be safe. And whoever's not in Florida, pray for us that are in Florida. And just be kind to one another. Love you guys.
Thank you, Jules. Appreciate that. And Wonder Wife Gina, any last wisdom or words for us today?
Just thank you for being able to still run this, feed this, the provisions there, and happy to see everybody on here. Thank you for all your prayers and support, and we look forward to seeing you again. Hit that like and subscribe. Again, we'll probably be following each other from channel to channel, just keeping track of this storm and everything else going on, staying connected, and We'll see you again soon. Love you guys.
Awesome. Excuse me. All right. With that said, just remember we're definitely gonna keep an eye on Hurricane Ian throughout the day. We'll be on Andy's stream. Just kind of communicating with him at Popcorn Planet as well. As we now know, the Hurricane Ian has officially hit land. It looks like here. But on that note, love you guys. Thank you for tagging along. We appreciate you. And we will see you again perhaps a bit later. Mother Nature willing.
Excellent.
We really thank you for coming along, y'all. Thank you, Gauche. Zaiden out.